Alrighty, what is going on, my fellow Marvel rival gamers, right? So, typically we do like a VOD of one person, but I had a request from a six stack to do a team review in a sense, right? Not a scrim, just a comp, low rank game, right? So, we're gonna give it a shot. Maybe this will be a treat that y'all like, and maybe I'll do some stuff like this in the future, or who knows? We'll see, right? So, first things first, we got to talk about blue team because that's who we're looking at their comp, right? So we are running a solo tank with we're running a solo tank, two supports, and three DPS, right? So the way that I like to run three DPS, right, and it's a little different for everybody, but I like to have three things, right? I like to have for my DPS, I want to have mobility, right? I want to have I want to have mobility, sustain, and then constant, right? So out of the three DPS that I want to have these three. Now it's a little hard in this game, right? Because when I use sustain, I'm using this setup from another game, and it's just things that can live, right? And the only character that really has sustain is gonna be like, what's his name? What is his name? Is Iron Fist? But I, I I I can think of characters that have like abilities that can keep their life up, right? So in this comp here, we have the Wolverine, which kind of has some sustain, I'd say. Not really, but his immortality, like his ability, right? Is a passive. You got some mobility with the magic, right? But then when you look at the Moon Knight, right? That's supposed to be our constant, right? But I don't like Moon Knight as our constant because on this map it's very open. What I would much rather see is just something that's consistently putting out damage so that if they don't get blown up by these two, at least they're getting low from something else. So if I had to change anything, the first thing that I would do is this would have to be probably a Namor, a Hela, a Punisher. Um, I wouldn't say Bucky because Bucky's not really consistent damage because these guys have a higher output. But I'd probably lean towards one of these, right? Um, because Moon Knight damage is very unless you're hitting every single shot, which is hard. He's a projectile and he throws it out in things of three. It's very hard to keep the damage consistent as well as against something like this because you will run into dive comps, especially in the low ranks where you're not banning anything. Running into this, right, as a Moon Knight is horrible. You're gonna get rolled. You can't even fight a Venom. You know what I'm saying? Hela can fight a Venom. Namor can fight a Venom. Punisher can fight a Venom. As a Moon Knight, you cannot fight a Venom, right? So I'd make that adjustment. I'd switch this. I think it comes a little bit better. Another thing too is that picking the mag over the Strange, I think that's fine. I think for the solo tank purposes. But you just got to keep in mind that he's going to have a little bit more survivability in terms of just like his mobility and just the fact that his shield lasts a little bit longer. But yeah. So with that being said, I would change this to a different DPS. I would have my Magneto focus on staying alive, but trying to use bubbles to either enable his magic or his Wolverine. Probably the Wolverine the most, right? Because Wolverine will probably be peeling a lot. Because if Venom dives, he can peel for that. And yeah, supports are good. I like everything else. So let's get into it. When it comes to positioning, since Doctor Strange is on the board, we cannot afford to push up. Why? Because they'll just teleport behind us. They'll have our high ground, and they'll have the objective, right? So if I had to set up a defense here, what I would do is I would have Magic start up here, just so she could deny this upper here. I'd have the Moon Knight be back here with the Magneto. So Magic, Moon, Mag, and then you could maybe have your Loki play up here as well with the magic, and then maybe have your cloak down here. And then, if anything, Wolverine. If anything, Wolverine can maybe float around more of the mid. And I know that sounds dumb, but the thought process is if they walk down mid, Wolverine's in a position to dash behind and pull them deep in. If they teleport behind, Wolverine can use a short dash to get up here and then grab somebody, pull them out. If they try to push through here, right? Wolverine can like play around here, or even maybe get around here, look to pull somebody in, right? So the Wolverine's kind of a floater here, right? The Wolverine's gonna just start mid and just react to where they go. And yeah, early on, I would definitely like to see Magic peeking through here, getting early information, seeing if they're porting, seeing where they're going. Most likely will port. So we gotta be careful. I could definitely see a dive happening back here, if anybody's up there. Here we are. We are walking up. I'm really surprised about Wolverine's going up here. So they're not gonna portal. Walking up. They'll probably just cut left here, just avoid that fight. Spider-Man's already in the back. Hey, Auxiliary, thanks for the follow, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Interesting. So we're getting trades, but as you can see, Spider-Man went for a fight here when he could have easily contested, right? And that's where issues can start to pop up, right? Because let's say this whole fight happens, Magic walks up through here, right? And Spider-Man would have got a tick at least, or he would have pulled you back through the choke, and you would have lost all this space. So I'm not a big fan of holding up here because personally, if I'm the other team, right? If you start going against better players, right? If I see you holding this choke here, I'm not even gonna fight you. I'm gonna go, okay, cool, and I'm gonna get here, and I'm gonna force you to fight walking up here into me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fight you, main. Why? And if and if they're going, and if Spider-Man goes around and goes, oh, I can back cap. Okay, maybe then I'll fight you there, right? While my Spider-Man caps, and then I'm just looking to stall you. And if you turn around, now you're getting punished for turning around, right? So I'll say you're definitely too pushed up. They could have portaled behind you, right? If a strange is up, you have to be wary of the portal. They could have portaled behind you, right? Now it's a little different if you're gonna hard press their spawn. If you're gonna hard press their spawn, that's okay. If you're, because then at least you can prevent the portal. But if you're not gonna do that, could have portaled behind you. They could have just cut that angle, went across, and Spider-Man could have backcapped. Those are 3 opportunities that enemy team had that they could have taken advantage of what you're doing. So they're trying now. It's just funny that she's going in now when everybody's already down. But this is an example where she's gonna pull y'all back now so now you have to respect her being back there. Wolverine's never gonna catch her. What? How? How do you get caught? I don't know. Oh, and then Spider-Man gets a pick back there. Now your tank buster's down, so now there's no one to burn tanks. Oh, so you're on a Hela now. Interesting. There was a dive. I don't know if we owed here. I would have waited. And the reason I would have waited is because you've already lost like 2-3, right? They haven't even got a tick yet, right? And your homie's about to die. So what I would have done is I would have probably just hid, right? And then at the last second, right? Before the last second, I would have got on with my ult, which would have enabled somebody else to get on, right? And then you could have fought it there. Right now you're popping an ult when you're already down teammates, right? Into their ult. So now it kind of cancels out. And then, yeah, now you're forced. Yeah, so it doesn't really do much but waste a few extra seconds because they're just going to win the fight anyways. So timing of that ult could have definitely been better there. So y'all could have actually had a fight. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Because you could have did it late and then they could have strange portal back, right? So, and I would have gave your team another fight. That's an important thing too, the strange portal. Oh, you get 2 picks here? Don't matter though. So yeah. So in that scenario, as the cloak, you need to hide and live. Hopefully they don't know where you're at. And if they do, you just basically try to ult as late as you can, and then that ult should keep you alive for as long as possible. And when that ult keeps you alive, hopefully your tank switches to Strange and TP's back on, so that you guys can get another fight. Hopefully you win, and if you win, you can try to defend one more time. But if not, hey, you got to reset, right? So now we're backing up. We're down 2. We can't hold up here. We have to keep backing. So I'm not really the biggest fan of defending this choke, but I really haven't found a really great way of defending otherwise. But they have a lot of dive. What that means is that you want to kind of play bunched up. You kind of want to play like in a way that you can peel for each other, as well as since the Wolverine can kind of just shred the Venom. So if the Wolverine just stays on if the Wolverine kind of just protects his teammates that are going to get dove, he should be chilling. You should be backing up here. Really, you can't do anything. Wolverine's walking up for some reason. He's playing like a flanker when he's a tank buster. But I get he's trying to set up and look for a pool, but there's no way that he grabs somebody here and pulls him back here. Like, look at Venom swinging in. Like, imagine if Venom was just closer. I mean, not Venom. If Wolverine was closer to his team here. Boom. Now, instead of this happening, you just yoink him off, right? But nope. You're on different pages, right? Yeah, there's 2 picks. Like you gotta have an understanding of how to play based off the enemy's comp, right? So your comp's gonna have obviously identities, right? Like so now you got 2 DPS that are good into the dive. This is nice that we switched, right? And then you have a tank buster to not only bust the Strange, but when the Venom comes in, you can burn him down, right? So what does that mean? That with this kind of comp is a poke comp. We are poking at them, right? And when they come in, we have things that can live as well as burn through them, right? So anti-dive, right? So we're just chilling. We're poking them as they come in. We want them to come into us at this point, right? Because they can't do anything else when they're not able to dive. So you want to just group up, make it really awkward for them to dive, right? And you're chilling. You still have a touch. You still have a Hella ult. So right here, you just need to walk out here and Hella ult. You just have to do it. Where are you even at? Are you alive? Oh no, you're coming back from spawn. Wolverine's dead. Oh, they're gonna push it in. And then the Luna died. Okay. Wow, this is really bad. Why are we dying on Luna? Okay, so go back. We gotta go back and watch from this point of view. So, as the Luna, you are half HP. You need to, for one, grab a health pack and live. Why? Because when your Loki comes back, right, if you are not alive, he cannot copy you, and he has to copy somebody else, right? And yes, he can do that, right? But you don't want to have to force him to look for a hard copy. You want to just give him an easy copy to get. And just turn and run. Like, you're shooting at a Venom that you're not going to kill. As a support, your damage, it's nice, but you're not doing nothing, man. Just run, live, right? You never got healthy. You never let yourself, you never grabbed the health pack, and now, boom, you're dead. Now your Loki's coming back with the Hella, right? And now he can't copy you. So now he has to copy the cloak. We have to walk out here, but we can't. So, bam. We just staggered our way into losing this fight. Unfortunate. Now, we need to back up. Like, there's no reason for us to be fighting up here, right? We're giving up a lot of space. Unfortunate. We need to use this Loki out this fight. Interesting. I mean, that would be a lot of tank burn, but I just don't think that was the ult we wanted to use. Like, you could have copied Luna, right? You could have just played as a second Luna instead of having only one. And then you could have popped your ult last second, right? Which would have just gave your Luna enough time to build her ult. But he has to pop it for Spider-Man. I don't think he has to pop it. I think that's a bad ult right there. Now they're going to be able to get their ults off for free. So now y'all need to have the understanding that in about 10 seconds, Spider-Man's going to go in and just net all you guys when the Venom goes back in. So Venom should probably live here. Oh, he's going to do it now? He's crazy. Yeah. I think he was looking for it now. He was being really greedy. But next fight, Venom's going to go in with Spider-Man, and they're just going to pop ult. So don't be surprised if they just dump that because you don't have any support ults. Y'all need to fight for space really hard. Need to force something I wouldn't know. Like the Hella needs to walk up and like if I'm the Hella here, or wherever the heck the Hella is, like I'm playing really aggressive and I'm trying to bait people to come after me. And the second they come after me, Hell unleashed, right? And now I'm here, right? And now they've spent cooldowns to fight me over here just for me to pop my ult and go, no, it's okay, I'm fine. Eat this, right? So yeah, we need to be more aggressive with the Hella so we can get an ult. Spider-Man gets another pick. There's the Hella ult, but it's a little too late. Get a pick. They cloak ult, so nothing's gonna die. Mag's gonna wait for you to come down. For it. You should live there, I think, right? Probably not. You're gonna get chased really hard. Unless somebody peels for you, hopefully. Oh, no, there you got out. Nice. Nope, yep, you're gonna get chased. There it is. I don't know why your team didn't peel for you. Gotta peel for that Hella. He just got a pick. Gotta trade back, though. Make sure we're spreading out our clones a little bit, because if you were to pop your ammo field, you're gonna only hit yourself. So like just put one like here, put one like here, or even like put one up here. Just spread them out a bit so you can give more like area of denial for your team. Right now you're gonna have two back there, and they don't really do nothing. Spider-Man's in your back line. You can call for ammo field. Call for ammo field. Ay, ay, ay. And I bet you Loki had it. No, he didn't have it. Oh, but he's back here by himself. Oh. But didn't have it, so that wasn't a possibility. But one heal saves her. 1-2 heal saves her there. We're on triple support now. Interesting. We've gone for the sustain. Yeah, I would say you're too far up as the mag here. Yeah, and then you're kind of letting the tanks walk by you. Now you should never just let tanks walk by you, unless you know your team has the resources to defend against it. So it's a concept called ebb and flow, right? So basically it's push and pull, right? Push and pull. As you can see right there, the enemy's pushing. So what does that mean? We have to pull. Or we'll do it from the opposite way. Enemy's pushing, therefore we have to pull, right? Especially because they have ults, right? So a lot of times the way fights will start is both teams will push, right? And then once a team gets an advantage, right? Now the other team that was also pushing needs to start pulling, right? Because a good example is it's a 6v6. The second they get an advantage, a 6v5, that fight is 9 times out of 10 usually not winnable. So you have to like pull. You don't want to just give them, if they get one pick, you don't want to just give them 5 other kills, right? Like if you can get a trade, if you can live, you do that, right? You don't just go, we lost one, everybody die, right? Like, you know, so it's like push and pull, right? So now they push their advantage, right? Now we have a 6 when we get 6 again. Now it goes back to what we did. Now you push. And then, you know, whoever gets the advantage, whatever, yada, yada, yada. If we know that they have ults, sometimes they don't even, they're coming into a fight with an advantage, right? So let's just say, in the sense of not 6v5, but it's 6v6, but they have a Luna ult, right? And we have no ults, right? And we know that they're going to engage with Luna ult. So we know as they're walking in, the second that Luna ult comes out, we got to pull, right? We have to disengage, right? Because that's 12 seconds where if we don't have the tools for it, they won't die, right? So think of it that way. So if you're a tank player and you just see people running at you and you know they have ults, they're probably going to just run by you, right? Because most of the time as a tank, you can't do much, especially if you don't have an ult to ult back. Make sure that people aren't able to walk past you and go to your team. That's a... Yeah, I respect it, man. I respect you going in there and giving the KD for the touch. I don't know if it'll make much of a difference, but it's looking like it's working out so far. Got the Luna ult. Cool. Now we need a target focus, right? So this is where we slow down. So when you play, if you're playing a consistent 6 stack, you need to have somebody who's like an IGL slash shot caller or like a target caller. So here we are right here. So the first thing I would call is you're probably not going to kill tanks. So I would see try to kill squishies. So whether it be shooting at a support that's out of position, shooting at a talic that's out of position here, right? Just make sure we're looking at the same thing, right? We need to like in unison kill something. We would definitely use Loki stones too early because we popped a Luna ult. That sucks because it's a really big ability that we're not going to have for like the whole, basically the rest of the fight. So Venom's in. Looks like he has no intentions of getting out. He should get burned here. Hit the rocket. Hit the rocket. Oop, didn't even matter. Another thing to keep in mind too, as a Magneto, for people who don't know, is Magneto's thing obviously eats projectiles. So basically it eats heals. His heals are projectiles. Her heals are projectiles, right? So if there's ever a tank that's in a bad position and slow, that's also a good idea to like just cut off his heals, right? And it'll force them to have to ult or yeah, they really can't heal unless it's an ultimate or an ability that goes into the ground. Right, so target focus, target. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Rocket, 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 rocket. Bam, dead. Cool, nice, good fight. Y'all had to invest a lot, but you have to, right? So good fight. Make sure in those scenarios that we're target calling, we're looking at the same things. So we know they have a Spider-Man, so we can't really zone up too far because we don't want to get back capped. But I would like to see people in a little bit better positions. Like for example, I wouldn't mind for triple support here. I would like the Loki to kind of be like damage-esque probably. So or we could have like a hit scan here, maybe like a Hela. Maybe you can have like your Magneto play here, right? So then Mag can bubble Hela if needed, as well as he can contest this if needed, right? Do whatever from here, and then we can have like a support behind him. Probably like, probably have the Sue up here. Yeah, probably have the Sue, and then you can have maybe Loki here, and then maybe Luna behind, right? So you all can just kind of stack up, right? So. And the Namor can probably play farther back, right? So Namor probably plays all the way in the back so that he can have that broad view. So right here, basically, you kind of limit their options to come in from like height because the other side is like low ground, right? So just give yourself high, and then like I said, here, so yeah, like let's do it from here. So yeah, like I said, Luna, Sue, Loki, right? Mag, Hela start, no more back here. Right, so Hela can try to poke them on their way in. They teleport in, which they're doing. Hela can have a nice position. Right, Namor is in a spot where he has a health pack. He can probably drift a little bit more close to the health pack. That he has a health pack, has 3 healers that can heal him from safety because they're not exposed to really any other angles. Right, and yeah. That's how I would set up this little defense probably if we're going to just hold in here. But they're portaling now, and if since we're so far up, it's a little scary because if they portal back here, now they have high ground into us. Or even if they would have like, maybe it sounds dumb, but like just portal in the middle, so then it just splits y'all. It's, I don't know, they could have did some weird stuff, but it looks like they're going height. They're taking the safe route. Why is Strange at the first one out? Oof, here comes the ults. So yeah, boom. Yeah, so we just gotta be aware of that. Did we have Hela ult before the fight started? Oh, please don't tell me we did. Oh, we didn't. Okay, cool. Never mind. All right, we are attacking now.
4, 3, 2. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I mean, me personally, composition-wise, I just always like the Strange. I don't think there's a reason to not run a Strange if he's, you know, unlocked. You could have just skipped all of this fighting and just gone straight to their backline. But they've changed, so we're probably assuming they're still on dive, which they're not. But we have a Bucky, right? So this is still not a bad comp. Like I like this, with the fact that we have no way of getting like up top. Here we'll talk about routes. So when it comes to routing, right? We have long routes and we have fast routes, right? If we just look at the doors, right? So you have a door here, right? So you have a route like this. I would consider this probably the longest route you can take, right? You have this route, right? And then you have we'll just use the middle door or whatever. We can use this too, and you have this route. You don't have to use the right door, but right. So the shortest one is probably going to be this one, or this one. And we'll talk about the benefits of each real quick. So I'll go down. So if we go toward the far right, right? Come on, give me more speed, man. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's beautiful. That helps so much. All right, so if we go this way, right? This wall right here actually breaks. So if you break this wall, you can actually get, and then you break this one as well, you can actually get a lot of LOS onto the site here, which is really, really nice, right? And you can play from safety. You have a health pack in here if need be, right? Just you can control this room. Or if you have anybody with mobility, you can get up. You can, go around. You can get angles from up top as well. If you go through here, it's kind of similar to there. But I would say, why would you go through here? If you could just go through there, unless you're like going mid to this, right? Obviously, you can fight mid, but if you're fighting mid, you're fighting at like a low ground disadvantage, depending on where they're playing at, right? As well as they have cover, so you're walking into them having cover. If you go this way, right, you're getting into high ground, which is nice. But if they're playing the other high ground, it just becomes a poke fight, right? So it just comes down to who hits more shots. But I would say, like, if you go this right side here, usually if you go this right side, break this wall, you get a lot of good angles, right? And it's just weird because they can't really fight you from up top from that angle, right? So that's what I'd prefer pushing this side most of the time. Here we are. Take a lot of fights in mid, but we could be cutting to the right. Nice, huge pick. Please finish. Yes. Right now we have a pick, and I think she might be too far to get rezzed. Oh, she's too far. Yeah, that's huge. But yeah, y'all need to start taking space here. Not like too fast, but like it should be like constant, like even if it's little by little, but we should be walking up. Big pool, big pool. Nice. We pull the strange. They have to focus on trying to keep them alive. We're able to get a pick on a penny. Nice. They switched the iron, man. That's crazy. They folded real quick. Damn. Super fast attack. Boom. Rocket's gonna stagger too. It's crazy. Bam. That's a big stagger. That's 12 seconds where they're down a player. So now, since they're 12 seconds of down a player, right? The card's you're gonna get pushed anyways, right? So what I would do is I would leave your supports on, and I'd walk up to here and start fighting. Try to get another pick, if anything. Because even if you die, you have respawns advantage on them. I would just bubble your Wolverine. Let him in. Let him be wild. Like right here, if I'm a Magneto here from my team, I'm just like, hey, like I want to fight this, right? And I'm bubbling one of them. There you go. Yes. Oh, big pool. Dead. Huge. Huge pick. Okay, now we're split up though. No. As a support, do not run away from your team. I know it's spooky. The Venom's there. But like play with your team, right? So they can heal you. You're running away. Now look at this. You're letting him push you all the way back here and leave. Like, you see how he didn't kill you, right? So like, it's not because you were far enough away from him. He's hitting you. Venom has decent range on his primary, but like by you just insta running like this, you put your team in such a bad spot. Sometimes you're gonna die, and that's okay, right? You don't gotta worry about dying. Like sometimes you get dove and they got the damage. But right there, if I'm you, like I'm trying to hold it up, I'm trying to fight, right? You have your sleep. You should at least. You have damage amp. Like y'all can burn through him, but don't allow him to just bully you out all the time, because that's what he wants. Even though he dies for it, right? That's what he wants. Okay, they're engaging with that ult. See right there, this is a great example of just ulting for no reason as the Mantis. And I'll explain it. Who's in the backline there? Wolverine. Wolverine's going for a pull. So he's gonna die. Wolverine's going for a pull when an ult gets popped. He's cooked. You're not saving him. Ooh, unless you do this. Ooh. Oh, but hold on. Wait a second. Wait, why didn't we do this earlier then? Okay, so as a Magneto, right? Oh, maybe you didn't have it. You should be popping your ult the second the cloak pops her ult. So you should have it, right? So farm up your ult because you know she's gonna do it. So that's your mistake there. That's mistake number one. You know that they have a cloak, so you know they're gonna ult, and you don't have it. Like you need to have it, right? So you should be walking up and farming it. So now you should have it. Don't have it. It's a little too late to pop it now, but it's good in the sense that you're gonna save your Wolverine. But like, look, you pop two ults to basically keep Wolverine alive because he went aggressive when he wasn't supposed to, right? So you pop two ults. Two ults basically did nothing other than just sustain. He gets a pick there. Yeah. So they're just making mistakes, which is crazy to me. So right there, I would not pop. There's no need to pop the Mantis ult. If anything, you could just kite back. The Wolverine shouldn't be going in. The timing's bad, right? He should understand, hey, the Cloako's coming in. I need to just live, right? I need to just chill, right? And then once that Cloako expires, we can re-engage with the Mantis ult, right? And as my team's running up with Mantis ult, they're going to be so worried about them that you can go in and pluck somebody off, right? So then you invest one ult to win a fight instead of having to invest three, four. Four ults, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, ult economy is really important because now you only have Bucky ult, right? So now you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have had ults to just win every fight at every choke, but now you're relying on the Bucky ult. And now they're popping Psylocke, and you don't have any ult to counter it. That's a pick, 2 picks. Well, Strange is not going to touch. He's not about that life. Strange is pretty overextended here, so you could probably get a nice pull with the Wolverine. Oh no, you're trying to grab the Psylocke. Like, imagine if you didn't waste that pool and you just bang, he dies. You got the pick still though. Yeah, we're up one. We should be able to walk forward. We lost somebody. So we're taking a poke fight. We're up one. Walk up. I don't understand. So the thing should be, right, we got to pick, get healthy. Are we ready to go in? Yes. Literally max shield in, right? And then Bucky can, if they try to pour damage in you, Bucky can go, armed and dangerous. Doom. Again. Nice pick. You're up one again. So now they're ulting to stabilize, which is crazy, because y'all can just walk past it. Your Mantis ult past it. Like, Bucky, oh my brother. Your team's Mantis ulting. This is your opportunity to go in and use your ult. Not because you're going to get healed, you're going to get sped up. Like, ay, ay, ay. And then we're popping our Luna Snow ult. They haven't even popped an ultimate. You can die through that, be careful. But still, it's like, he gave y'all value. Oh, Lord. Yeah. That Luna ult gets value because they dump ults into it when they didn't even have to. They could have just backed up and then re-aggressed with their ults. There it is. Boop. There's another ult. You can't counter. Oh, but there's so many people in it that you can live. Oh. Her mistake was jumping in the middle of y'all and popping it, when all she had to do was jump close enough to only hit the Luna. Because even when people are grouped up, you can still isolate people by not putting the circle on everybody. A big hook. Burst out egg. Oh, yep, got that pick. That storm did a lot though, but what else are we gonna get out of it though? Oh, there we go. I didn't even hear the voice line. Rocket, rocket, rocket. None for it. By the eye of Mama Coco. Boom! Alright. So when we come back here, right? I don't know how far they're going to push up, but if they only push to this choke here, I definitely want to see some people get control of top right. Oh, show. What's our comp? I'd like to see the Wolverine use this as a way to get closer to the tank. The Wolverine right side. Honestly, y'all probably can majority push right and then drop from the window. Just clear it out. You don't need to really lurk up mid. If anything, send everybody right except Hella. Give Hella a mark. Let Hella poke from mid, right? So basically everybody pushes through here. Alright. Hella mid with a mark, right? So her job's to poke, pull attention. Y'all push through. If anything's overextended, y'all can collapse on it. If not, y'all can basically get behind them and the Hella can, once Hella's here, like imagine y'all go around, they never look and y'all flank, and now Hella can get all the space shooting them in the back. She has mark, she's chilling. But like running at them, especially into a Punisher turret, does not sound fun. Just go right. Like there's a whole side of the map that y'all have access to that y'all are not using. And look, you break that too. The issue with a lot of low elo players is they will only walk down mid. There's multiple lanes and they'll only use mid. Pick. Did you just get that ult? Wait, no way. Right here, we Mantis ult in. I like it, right? Wolverine's on an island. Your tank buster is on an island versus a flank. That's depressing. He needs to be with the team. So you're engaging with the Mantis ult. I like it, right? Closing the gap. Get a pick. Right there, boom. You hear the ult. Pop Luna ult, right? Like there. You're looking around. Just pop it. Ay. You don't even need to hear it. You look at, find it, you pop it, and then you go find it. You gotta know it's somewhere near y'all. Y'all just walked up together on fort. You win that fight, right? Yes, you're better.
So close.
Nice.
This is your big chance.
This is real firepower! Can't let myself get
Only 60 seconds left.
We have 40 seconds left. We're not gonna win through that ult, so we kind of need to just chill. But we're so deep, there's no way you're getting out. You're dead. Oh my lord, how are you alive? Oh, you punched in? Yeah, you're definitely dead. So now we have 30 seconds. The smart decision is your team needs to wait till last second to engage. Let the Luna Snow farm up ult by healing their teammates, so you have that to walk in. And then whoever's dead, one of them needs to switch to something fast, and the other one needs to probably switch to Doctor Strange. So like, actually no. If the Wolverine is smart here, he swaps to Doctor Strange, gives a portal to probably back here, so that him and Bucky can go into their back line, right? So basically, Magneto takes damage, Luna heals damage, they touch with Luna ult, where basically you can have Magneto walking in, with, and then you have the Luna ult to save him, as well as, you know, whatever, so that y'all can contest. And then, yeah, you do the Strange strat. But a switch needs to be made here by the Wolverine. And it's not good. Because you're gonna get back just when you're not gonna be able to take advantage of the advantage. So you just kind of like semi want to fight, and now you're gonna win it again. Okay, so there you go. Thankfully, Hella gets another pick. So we definitely Luna ulted a little earlier than we needed to. We need to pop it just yet. Like right now, imagine you would have popped it now. You would have had an extra 2-3 seconds to kind of keep people alive. Not you know, like obviously it still counters, but if the Strange is a little bit smarter, he would have waited till your ult was about to be done, or, you know what I'm saying, like in the middle of it, so that, you know, he can just interrupt this push. Crazy. That's a push. Let's see if they switch up what they're doing, though. Seems like they're playing more passive this time. What the freak? Oh, Lord. What elo is this, bro? Like, that's so crazy, bro. That should never, ever, ever be the play. Now you just walked him down. They're down a major part of their DPS. Wolverine needs to be patient. Please be patient. Let your team walk in first. He's going in first. Why are you engaging? Oh my gosh. Let your team catch up. You got to pick. Why are you rushing? And he died so far away that he can't get res by totem. Like, you guys are at a huge advantage. Wolverine's about to go in. Not maybe he doesn't die, but he about to lose his passive, and yeah. For what? What did that do? That did nothing.
30 seconds.
Compared to, like, you could have had your abilities and could have pulled him in right now. But you're fighting supports as a tank buster. Yes, sir. Now your tank's dead. Holy moly, Wolverine. Please get a grip. Come on, brother. This fight should have been a... This fight, you should have rolled them. It's all about timing. All about timing. Bad timing loses you that fight. That's crazy, man. There's no way. No way you turn it from a 6v5 to a 6v6 and lose because you guys want to hit the gas pedal too hard. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. They gave you that round. And wow.
Current score is 3, 2.
Timing, 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 timing.
Switch things up. Include
Gotta chill, man.
side journey.
Gotta chill. Ridiculous. We know they like to run dive. I would have, as a penny, I would have just set up my thing up here. Or somewhere where, like, the Punisher can take advantage of it, you know? Yeah, I would have just protected my Punisher here, because you know they're going to go dive, probably. Because that's what they've had the most success on this first point. Like, for all that, I mean, y'all can't, because y'all can't even afford to give up a tick, but, like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Punisher being there, because they're going to teleport on him. Am I tripping? Oh, did y'all counter the portal? Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. But he can still go through the backside. Yeah, I'm gonna say you have to, like, put it in the portal, but yeah, they can still get through. Oh, where am I? Now the dive commences.
Only 60 seconds left.
Why is Venom diving on point? Oh Lord. That's what in the world? I don't understand. Venom goes up here with Spider-Man. They collapse on the turret with the Psylocke and the Strange. It blows up the thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really it's not really hard to coach this, but it's just I play so high up that when I watch, not to ego people, but like when I watch this, it doesn't make any sense to me. And so first things first, we know that if we have an idea they're gonna run dive or we just whatever, right? We need to protect our backline. I understand that we need to also protect the objective, right? So if we're not gonna play height, right? We need to play, like, I don't know, like point slash garage maybe, right? Just make it really hard for things to get dove and then adjust as needed. But I don't know. But like we just need to make sure we definitely help our Punisher a little bit more because in reality, a dive with these three and low key this guy too because he got through the portal. Punisher dies. Punisher should die for how long he stayed on that turret, right? And even if he lives, like, you know, you gotta be careful. So I would definitely say just invest more resources into your Punisher. Make sure he doesn't get blown up right away, because better teams will pull off that dive. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not a hard thing to do, just to commit on one target. But Venom dives point, like they do a split dive. They don't play to the strength of their comps. They're still alive. They got 40 seconds left. We know they're on the left. Right here, we should be looking to finish this. These are really good staggers. Bam, good job. And Spider-Man 2, boom. Look at all that time they just wasted. They can't walk in now. So now they get one more fight. That's it. They get a singular fight, and not even a good one. Moon Knight, please don't throw. Chill. We're setting our turret back up. We need to get our nest back down from Penny. Venom throws again. Jeez Louise, why are we committing our everything to just die on the point? Haunts you. Hey man, a win's a win. But even though y'all won, I mean, obviously, this is why you reached out. Even though y'all won, there's a lot that we can talk about, right? So, that being said, to the notes we go. All right, so these are going to be the notes for today, right? Number one is ult economy. Know when to spend and when to hold. Too many times you guys are over investing when we don't need to. If they pop a support ult to engage and you have plenty of time, right? You don't need to re-aggress into it. You can just chill, take your time, right? And then when it's done, now you can walk in either for free or with another ult that ult would have countered, right? On top of that, we're gonna just throw in this as well as timing. Timing is super important, right? We have to make sure that as a team, we're doing things as a team, right? Things won't perfectly be in sync, but they need to be close enough to when my team's doing something, I'm doing something, right? So, for example, there's a lot of times where Wolverine's just going in when the team is either unable or just not going in, and that's killing y'all's pushes because cloak ults, team backs up, Wolverine goes in, Wolverine dies. Right, or just doesn't, or we have to invest even more ults just to keep him alive. So now Wolverine makes a bad play. We invest all of this stuff just to make sure he doesn't die. So we end up losing the ult trade, right? Even if nothing dies, if they use Cloco and we use 2, 3, even 4 ults, that they're winning that engagement in a sense, right? Especially if they have a fight afterwards. Um, and then that last push where you insta kill the Punisher. So all we got to do is just Wolverine walks up, right? You're already at an advantage. You don't have to do anything. You could just wait for your opportunity. Your team's walking up main. Your team's pulling a lot of attention as the Wolverine. Now you start walking in, right? And then you look for a pull on the tank. Wolverine does percentage damage, right? Which means that the same time it takes you to kill a support, you can kill a tank, which is insane to think about, right? So you need to be killing the tank. You need to be pulling the tanks, right? So instead of diving the backline, which is not a terrible thing, pull the tank. Pull the tank, and now either the tank dies or they're out of position, or maybe you create an opening where you pull the tank and now your Hela can shoot their backline. Like, Wolverine's not about the kill, it's about the displacement. All right, on to the next though. When building a comp, be sure to think about the goal of that comp. What does it enable? What does it prevent? And place it as strength. Since we knew that they were running dive all the time on attack, we should have built a comp, which you all kind of did, but we should have really built a comp centered around how do we stop them from just diving things and killing them, right? And then set up around that. Right? Set up around that, right? Or if you want to run a rushdown comp, right? How can we run this? How will it work? Where do we need to go for this map? Okay, let's build a comp specifically for that. Do we need characters that can go high, that can go low, right? Things like that, right? And then number 3 is gonna be abuse broken mechanics, right? For example, doctors, you guys, I'm assuming, right? Because I didn't see any bans, are low enough to where you can't ban anything. Doctor Strange teleport is insanely broken because not only can you go from point A to point B in 10 seconds or 15 seconds faster than you could have originally, depending on how far you want to go. Because sometimes you can move at 10 times speed in a sense, right? Maybe not 10 times, but you know what I'm saying, right? So let's say it takes you from here to here, takes you 10 seconds, but the portal you can do it in 3, right? So instead of just going using the portal in 3, what you can do is you can still take that 10 seconds, but now that you can take that 10 seconds, you can get free information, you can put yourself in a great position, you can deny things, right? Like you can deny their high ground because you can just take it, right? It's like, it's really strong. And in moments where you need to recontest and stuff like that, instead of being on a Wolverine, instead of being on a Bucky and taking 10 years to walk back, one of y'all switch to Strange and get back, immediately, right? Like you need to abuse that kind of stuff because it's strong, right? If you want to rank up, the better players are doing that. My duo, right? When he plays tanks, if he's not on Strange and he dies, he'll switch to Strange and he'll come back immediately, right? If he needs to, right? If we're gonna lose the fight, right? Or if he just needs to get back, he'll do that. If Strange is banned, he'll switch to Cap and he'll get back fast. Why? Because it's better to have 6 than to have 5. Even if it means you're on a worse tank, I would rather him be back and be ready to fight in that scenario if it matters, right? With that being said, that is the team VOD, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed, right? Hopefully y'all learned something, and hopefully y'all as a 6 are still playing together so y'all can keep improving and keep climbing the ranks, man, because, nothing's better than playing with your homies, right? Without further ado, hopefully you guys have a great morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.